All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Got another video from Critical Drinker, Snow White, How to Destroy Your Movie. Let's react to this.
You know, sometimes in life you just can't catch a break, and it seems like everything you do to try to fix the situation only ends up pushing things from bad to worse to catastrophic. Like, I once saw a drunk guy stagger out of a late night takeaway with a kebab in hand, only to lose his grip on his prized lump of artery clogging saturated meat and fumble to catch it before it fell to the ground, causing him to lose his balance and stumble face first into a plate glass window. And thinking about that poor unfortunate drunken soul who had to retreat home with no food, a bloody nose, bruised ego, and the mocking laughter of me and my friends ringing in his ears, I'm reminded of Snow White actress Rachel Zegler, who seems to be single-handedly tanking the box office prospects of her multi-million-dollar movie, to the point where even industry experts are warning that she's rapidly turning into box office poison. See, one of the weird little side effects of the current Hollywood strikes is that there's not a whole lot of news and controversy coming out of Tinseltown right now, which has given the internet a bit more time to reflect on other things, like past interviews on the subject of Snow White that were largely ignored at the time, but have soon come back to haunt Disney and Rachel in recent weeks. And holy shit, have they provided fertile ground for backlash and mockery.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. I just mean that it's no longer 1937 and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
Shut up!
Saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave. Reality is that the cartoon was made 85 years ago.
Reality.
And therefore, it's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power.
I'm gonna stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess. I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
What does Snow White have to do with women being in power? I just got one question. What does Snow White got to do with women being in power, bro? You are the star of the film. It's Snow White. It's literally your name on the film. So what is your problem, bro? Just because you get saved by the prince? Fam, I'm just curious. If they make Shrek is my favorite, DreamWorks animation, okay? If they make Shrek, you trying to tell me Shrek ain't gonna save Fiona? It's gonna be Fiona saving Shrek, or she's gonna say, I don't need Shrek. I'm gonna do my own thing, right? So that's what they're gonna do, right? Like this is just dumb, bro. This is dumb. She don't even know what she's talking about. I listened to the movie once, and I think it's not a good inspiration for the modern audience. Shut up, man. You only saw it once. Are you talking this nonsense, man? Just say you hate men. Okay? Jeez, man. It's really frustrating the way this lady's talking, bro. And then look at the entitlement. This is modern women, y'all. I just don't know where this is coming from. You getting paid $300,000 to act in a goofy ass film, and then you complaining if you had to put on a dress for 8, nigga, put me on a suit for 18 hours, pay me $300,000, I'm gonna take my shit and get the fuck out. Okay, I'm on a contract. You pay me $18,000 to put on a suit. Pay me $5,000. In fact, $1,000 put on a suit for 5 hours, 8 hours. I don't mind. I'm gonna do it. Stand there and just look all goofy. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Look at the entitlement, bro.
But it's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows?
Shite.
That is very disrespectful. That literally what she said is very disrespectful. I keep telling y'all, man, these women, they hate men. Okay? This feminist movement is all about hatred for men. That's it. You go to some girls, they tell you straight up they hate men. Men are soft, men are this. Like, how is that okay, bro, to say? Like, you literally saying the guy's scene might be cut. Maybe this is an opportunity for him to disclose, or I say disclose, like to show off his talent. And you telling me scenes will be cut just because, he's not that relevant, right? My goodness, y'all. It's the end of the world, man.
Shite. Oh, yes. That's shite.
No offense, Rachel, but you're making it pretty tough for people to like you. Now, I don't pretend to know what
I don't like
exactly
her
was
already.
going on in her head when she said stuff like this. Maybe she was just a bit nervous and overwhelmed by all the attention and didn't know how to respond with the kind of slick, blandly diplomatic answers that a more experienced celebrity might have given. Maybe it's because she's young and idealistic and just blurted out the first thing that came into her head about the movie and the character. And so I don't really want to dump on her too much for all this controversy. Yeah, she's definitely creating the impression of a spoiled, entitled, narcissistic actor who totally doesn't appreciate the amazing opportunity she's been given. Yeah, her comments on the actors' strike were pretty poorly judged for someone getting paid more from one movie than most actors make in their entire lives. And yeah, the things she's saying about Snow White make it seem like the very antithesis of the animated classic that stood the test of time a lot better than her own movies likely to. But really, when you get right down to it, she's just another dumb actor saying what she thinks people want to hear. The bigger problem is the studio culture that someone like Zegler represents, because you can bet your left arse cheek that most of these talking points were handed to her directly by the PR people at Disney. Yeah, she might not have phrased them in the most elegant way, but the sentiment they represent is dead on brand for a company that's become the studio equivalent of a snake eating its own tail, desperately cannibalizing their back catalogue of classic movies in an increasingly futile attempt to stay relevant. See, when it comes to their other live-action remakes of animated movies, they were generally smart enough to stay pretty quiet about the little changes they were sneaking in for modern audiences. Yeah, sometimes actors and writers would slip up and say a bit more than they were supposed to, and things got a bit more overt with Peter Pan and The Little Mermaid.
That was fun.
But for the most part, they were content to pay tribute to the originals and market the remakes as respectful adaptations. Right from the off, though, they seem to have taken a very different approach with Snow White. It feels like they're making a concerted effort to cast the original movie as some horribly dated relic of a bygone era that we're all supposed to look back on and laugh at with the benefit of our modern, enlightened hindsight. Rachel certainly doesn't think much of it, and neither does Gal Gadot if their interviews are anything to go by. And ironically, there's something weirdly outdated now about turning the main character into this fanatically independent, power-hungry girl boss who doesn't need a man. It's the kind of talking points that were all the rage 5 or 6 years ago when this whole movement in Hollywood was still in its infancy, but that was then and this is now. The strong female lead isn't the fresh new concept it was back in 2016. In fact, even in the mainstream media, there's a growing acceptance that this kind of bland, superficial archetype has run its course, to the point where it's become kind of a meme in its own right. Either way though, I can't help wondering, is this really the attitude you want to display towards one of the most beloved animated movies of all time? The one that literally made Disney what it is today? Do you really want to be seen shitting on the accomplishments of previous generations when your own efforts are probably never going to reach the same heights of cultural influence? Because at a certain point, it really just comes across as a jealous, envious attempt to drag down other people's work rather than elevating your own. As Mahler so aptly put it in one of his videos, this isn't a passing of the torch, it's a torching of the past. It's a deliberate attempt to rewrite history and destroy the legacy of the thing you're so desperate to supplant, while conveniently forgetting that there's a reason movies like Snow White have been enjoyed by generations of audiences. The stories they told are timeless and universal, instead of trying to catch the ever-changing winds of the political and social zeitgeist. They weren't written for modern audiences, they were written for every audience from the 1930s to the 2020s, and that's precisely why they worked so well. And as much as you and your friends might look down on them and mock them for not aligning with whatever fads and trends happen to be the current thing, the inconvenient truth is that they'll still be remembered long after your own lesser efforts have been forgotten. You are but a passing ripple in the pond of history, whereas they are history. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
As usual, the critical drinker is never wrong. I mean, I wouldn't say it's never wrong, but mostly he's right, you know. I just got one question. What do you girls want? You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, I feel like they don't know what they want at this point. It's just dumb. Now, think about this, yo. She's the star of the film. No questions there. This is her movie. I mean, the name is Snow White, based on the character. So, you're the star of the film. Like, what do you? Why are you talking all this? You know, you don't want to be saved by the prince. Like, are you perfect, bro? I don't understand this. Like, You are the star of the film already. That should already shut your mouth up, you know? Because why? Everyone is looking forward to Snow White, not Snow Prince or the dwarves. It's the truth. We're looking at Snow White because she's the star. Let me guess, she ain't gonna sing this in this remake, okay? She's not gonna be little birdie, close your eyes. You don't want to open your eyes. I hope that's Snow White because yo, I haven't watched Snow White for a long time. I think I remember. Anyways, if they should make Shrek, are you trying to tell me Shrek ain't gonna save Fiona? Or that's not showing leadership now? I just don't get it, bro. I literally don't get it. Why y'all girls think that if a man is trying to protect you or trying to save your life, it makes you feel like you're weak? That's nonsense, bro. The truth is, you goofy ass, you are not equal to men, okay? That's why y'all don't go to wars. The war happening in Ukraine right now, all you girls are flying out easily. The men are staying behind dying for your sorry ass, all right? Like, bro, we got to call this nonsense out, bro. It's bullshit. You think it's good being a man, bro? We gotta fight. We gotta do a lot of things. When I was growing up, I had to do labor work. You girls don't do that. And you think it's fun? Back in the days with slavery, the Egypt times, you know, I've done my history. Men were the ones doing all the labor work. Women didn't do nothing. It's not because you girls were looked as the weak vessels. Y'all don't do it. That's why in this modern time, y'all still don't do labor work. You don't do constructions. I have a funny story. Today, they were moving some decks, you know, so apparently they're moving into the higher floor. And so they sent out an email. Please, we need some boys or some fellas to help move the decks. They did not call out any woman to help. Why is that? Okay, why is that? And it was a lady that actually sent out the email. She asked the boys for help, not the girls. So when I went there, I said, me and my boys, we were talking like, because we ain't really happy with the company. But hey, whatever, man. It's a long story. Me and my boys, we're like, yo, why are they calling us to help? Why can't they ask the ladies? Why y'all ladies not leave that shit? I see how it feels. Y'all strong, independent, right? I told them, I'm not doing that. They were like, whoa, bro. I said, I'm not doing it. Let them leave that shit, move the decks, and then they'll realize that this strong, independent nonsense is all crap and fantasy. I did not move it. The lady was just looking at me like, wow, really? I said, you can tell your fellow girls to do it, you know? You don't have to, like, it's equality, right? You're strong, independent. I'm not getting paid to lift decks, so what the hell? And I didn't do it. Another example was, you know, I stopped helping women like that, you know? I only have my mother and sister, that's it. That's it, bro. Except, you know, they changed my mind and I meet someone, you know, yeah, it's a different story. But in general, I don't really show help. I don't really aid women like before. Because before I used to do it a lot. And I got bullshit from it. And I stopped. Because what's the point? I was with my buddy one time, we went to see a film. So we're in the store, right? Something fell from the ladies. I forgot what she was. I think she was like filled with, you know, goodies in her hands. So something fell. I looked at it. I was like, I ain't gonna pick that shit up because the woman. Anyways, he picked it up. And what the lady said was, oh no, I don't, no, it's all right, I can pick it up. I'm like, just say thank you. He's just trying to help. He's not trying to show that you're not strong enough to pick up your goods that fell. Just say thank you. I don't understand. If that was a guy, he would say thank you. There's no big deal in that, bro. And then I told him, bro, that's why I don't do it, man. Chivalry's dead, bro. We had a laugh about it, but yeah, it's just some few examples. And many more examples I've had. You know, I don't really aim like because of the type of shit they be saying. You know, you meet some. The last girl I was dating, she was just talking about how, you know, she want to be very independent. I'm like, what is this? Chill, bro. Y'all don't take it into your head. This is a fantasy movie. What does this have to do with being strong and independent? Being you know. Like, what does this have to do with anything? Nothing, bro. Y'all girls, man, y'all gotta chill, bro. Chill. No one cares. If you want to be strong and independent, guess what? No one gives a shite. You want to pay bills, you want to do it. Do it, bro. No one cares. You don't see men be talking about, oh, we strong and independent. We don't. We know we strong and independent already, man. We don't need nobody telling us that. So you girls want to do that, you don't gotta announce it to the universe. Just do it. No one cares. All right. This is a fantasy film. Is this an actual love story? This is a love story. As she's saying, it's not a love story. It's Snow White showing leadership skills. Okay, buddy, sure. Women are always oppressed. They are victims forever until they hit the wall. Anyways, if you guys enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Peace.